It is no secret that stress plays a major role in our overall health and well-being. But sometimes I think we forget just how much it can wreck our bodies. Chronic stress and inflammation can lower your immune system, increase blood pressure, decrease sleep and appetite, affect mood, happiness, job performance, and overall life satisfaction. Unfortunately, there are a lot of things that contribute to us being stressed out. Life stressors would be one of them. But there are natural ways that you can decrease your stress levels. And one of them is by decreasing cortisol levels. Cortisol is the natural stress hormone in our bodies. It can be really helpful for fight or flight situations, but when it's chronically elevated, it can really affect our health. Today, I'm going to be talking about 6 ways to decrease your cortisol levels in your body. I did the research, so you don't have to. Number 1, decreasing your caffeine intake. Now, I know caffeine is a huge part of our lives, a huge part of our culture. We love our Starbucks drinks. We love to get a cup of coffee in the morning to get our day started, to get our energy up. We drink energy drinks like Celsius. However, what if I told you how caffeine increases our energy? So what caffeine does is it literally stresses out our bodies in order to produce adrenaline and cortisol, effectively giving us energy and also increasing our stress. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut out caffeine completely, but just by decreasing the amount that you drink, you're going to directly decrease the amount of stress that your body has and feels. So everyone hates that feeling when you stop drinking coffee cold turkey. So don't do that. Instead, just taper. Let's say you drink 2 cups of coffee a day and 2 energy drinks a day. Instead, try 2 cups of coffee and an energy drink and a half for a couple of days. And then a couple of days after that, 2 cups of coffee and half an energy drink, and so forth. You slowly taper off and you don't feel the effects as much. Another thing you can try is using tea. So let's say you've tapered all the way down to coffee or you only drink coffee. Instead of just stop drinking coffee because you will unfortunately probably still get a headache, you can try tea. Tea still has about half the amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee would, and it also has other health benefits as well. Number 2, dietary supplements. Dietary supplements like omega-3 fatty acids and fiber help reduce inflammation and cortisol levels within the body. Omega-3 fatty acids help our bodies to produce anti-inflammatory properties, decreasing inflammation in our body and decreasing the amount of stress responses occurring within our body. Fiber, on the other hand, helps to regulate our blood sugar levels, effectively reducing our blood sugar and reducing the amount of times that our body goes into a stress state. When our blood sugar levels spike, our body thinks, oh no, something's wrong. And so it boosts our stress hormone, cortisol, creating a stress response. You can get omega-3 fatty acids and fiber directly from food, or you can buy them as supplements in the store. Number 3. Decreasing the amount of sugar and saturated fat that you eat. Now, I know that's hard around the holiday season, especially with all these yummy Christmas cookies that I will definitely be partaking in. However, let me tell you how sugar and saturated fat affect your body. So, saturated fat directly release inflammatory markers into the body. Sugar increases your blood sugar, telling your body we're in a state of stress, panic. I'm a really big advocate for balance, so I'm not saying cut out all of these foods because that kind of causes stress as well, right? Cutting out all of your favorite foods like candy, sugar, cake, that would be really hard for me to do personally. I'm just saying, just be cognizant, maybe not eat it every day. Maybe instead of picking the pancakes and the syrup for breakfast, try going for some eggs and some cheese. Just something to keep in the back of your mind to be helpful. Number 4, getting enough sleep. I know it's like beating a dead horse, but seriously, our hormones get regulated when we sleep. So not getting enough sleep doesn't allow enough time for our cortisol levels to drop all the way before going right back up in the morning when we get up. Research shows that 5 hours or less of sleep will directly increase your cortisol levels the next day. So just by focusing and trying to get 1 to 2 extra hours of sleep every day can be so beneficial for your health. Number 5, here's a quick way to lower your cortisol levels. So let's say you're going through your day, you're stressed out, you can feel the stress building in your body. Try 5 to 10 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So put your hands on your ribs and take a normal breath. Now, I want you to try to focus on bringing your ribs out and expanding your lungs fully. Did you notice how much more your lungs expanded? By doing this, you are directly regulating your nervous system and distracting your mind to think about something different. This will directly lower your cortisol levels a measurable amount. Number 6, the wrong type of exercise or over-exercising. Now, we all know that exercise is super good for us, but unfortunately, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So lifting heavy weights and running for long distances, this puts a lot of stress on our bodies, which unfortunately increases cortisol. It's increasing adrenaline, but it's also increasing endorphins and dopamine, which are really good for us, and that's why they feel so good to do. It's really important to give your body a rest after these strenuous exercises, and we don't always do that. So make sure if you are engaging in these activities that you are giving your body adequate rest, and maybe not doing them every single day. I can be guilty of this. I used to run a lot. I tried to combat stress with more stress, but unfortunately, that does not equal less stress. That causes more inflammation and more cortisol, to the point where my body was so stressed out, I felt inflamed. My whole body felt inflamed. I had more acne than I had ever had in my life. So instead, maybe try things like yoga, walking, swimming, bicycling, Pilates, or strength training at lower intensity. These are still releasing endorphins and dopamine and feel great and are still really good for you while not spiking your cortisol levels as much. Now, there are so many things that play into stress, as I said before, and so I will be making a lot more videos about stress management. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, let me know if these are some things that are going to be challenging for you to do or if you resonated with any of them. Thanks for watching.